Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So we have the West Virginia and Nebraska primary results. Donald Trump won both, won Nebraska, of course, with 36 delegates at 61.4%. In West Virginia, Donald Trump won big here, too. So did Sanders. Sanders won with 51.4%. Hillary Clinton lost with 35.8%. And Sanders picked up 18 delegates, with Hillary picking up 11. Trump won West Virginia with 77% of the vote and obtained 30 delegates. So I tell you, Trump won every county, did great every county here. It's really quite amazing. And all the others, they received 23% of the vote. So Trump won every county in West Virginia. I mean, it probably would have happened had Cruz still been in the race, to be completely honest with you as well, because, I mean, West Virginia is very pro-Trump over here. And this is the amazing thing with Hillary Clinton. She didn't receive one county. She didn't win one county in West Virginia. Bernie Sanders won every single one. And that really is not surprising, because I had people that were actually writing to the show saying, you know, I bet you Caiden he's really, really scared with Bernie Sanders winning, you know, West Virginia. No, I'm not. I'm not, you know, frightened at all by that. And the reason why is simply because of Hillary Clinton's anti-coal statements. I mean, we played that, I believe, on the last show, where she bashed coal. She said that she wants to put coal miners out of business. She wants to put the mines out of business. So guess what happens when you make a statement like that and then you visit West Virginia, a very pro-coal state? What ends up happening as a result is you end up losing the election. You end up losing every single county, like what we just witnessed in this previous primary. Sanders won every single county, every single one. No exceptions. Every single county. 51.4%, this according to the LA Times. Trump won, big in New Hampshire, of course. Or, excuse me, Nebraska, I mean. But it's quite interesting. Quite interesting. 38.6% voted for other candidates. But Trump picked up 36, 61.4%. He has the nomination, and he had it back in November, as I have been saying for quite some time now. And I've actually been getting into it with some friends of mine, close friends of mine. And because a lot of them were saying, admit it, Caiden, you've been supporting Trump this entire time. I told you guys when Mike Huckabee dropped out that was the guy that I was, sort of pulling for, because Mike Huckabee has gone up against Hillary Clinton before. When he was governor of Arkansas, he was against Hillary, and I thought Huckabee would do a very exceptional job against Hillary Clinton, but he ended up dropping out of the race. So I've been analyzing the Trump and Cruz fiasco and going back and forth there. And either one, I mean, I've been disappointed with both of them when it comes to various issues, but Donald Trump won the nomination, and I'm fine with that. I don't want Hillary in there, all right? My guy dropped out. I don't want Hillary Clinton to get the election. So, that being said, whoever's a Republican nominee, I'm going to support. And it just so happens it's Trump. And a lot of people who are Cruz supporters are having a difficult time dealing with that. And that's the thing that, you have to understand. I mean, you can't just say, Cruz is not getting it, I'm done. I'm just not voting. Okay, I want you guys, because see, and I don't mean to be mean, but it's a very pinheaded remark when you make a statement like that, okay? And I'll just explain to you why. When you're part of this Never Trump movement that is formed. And I'm just going to explain how that's, pure stupidity. Okay? When it really comes down to it, because I'll put it this way, all right? One person made a remark to me. So is it all about winning, to you, Caiden? Is that all that it's about, is winning the election? That is sort of the point, isn't it? But, that being said, if we do not win this election in November, we are going to forfeit very important seats on the Supreme Court. Very, very important seats on the Supreme Court. Now, I would be very intrigued to see who Donald Trump plans on supporting, because that does very much so concern me. And I express this concern to several good friends of mine, including one, Jason Vealey, of the Jason Vealey program, who's in Jasper, Florida now, by the way, on a radio station down there. Still living up in Connecticut, but yeah, now down in Florida. So that's really great. Proud for him. Happy for him. But anyway, I expressed that to him. That's one of the concerns that I have with Donald Trump, is who is he going to choose to serve on the Supreme Court. Now, when we interviewed Sam Clovis, Donald Trump's co-chair, Sam told us that Trump is going to use Justice Scalia as being basically a cookie cutter for the Supreme Court nominees that he would select, which would be very beneficial to the conservative movement and to our cause, period. So, yeah, it is imperative that we win this election, because if we don't, guess what? Hillary Clinton is going to be choosing those nominees. So, yeah, the point of this election is sort of to win. So, sorry about that, but that's just the way that it is. We have to win this election. And all of you Cruz supporters that are not supporting Donald Trump need to wake up and come to the realization that if Donald Trump does not win, we have zero chance at doing anything positive in this country for a long, long, long period of time. Okay? Because we're going to have lifelong Supreme Court members, Supreme Court justices that will be nominated by Hillary Clinton. So wake up and smell the roses. We have to elect Donald Trump as being the next president of the United States. I'm just telling you the way that it is. Okay? I'm tired of this never Trump movement. It would not surprise me if it was originated by Hillary Clinton's campaign to trick conservatives into voting or into just skipping the vote so she ends up winning the election. And this is another thing that I really get tired of, is everyone keeps telling me how liberal Donald Trump is, okay? I want to read off some of his policies to you. And I'm not talking about the remarks that he's making on television, because, it really doesn't make much of a difference to a lot of people. Because all that Trump is trying to do is get into the media. And if you don't understand that by now, then you haven't been paying attention. All that Trump is concerned about is getting media attention. So you have to take some of his remarks with a grain of salt. But if you actually go to his positions on his website, go there now. If you go to his positions, you will find some of the policies that he wants to do: pay for the wall, veteran administration reform, U.S.-China trade reform, tax reform, Second Amendment rights, immigration reform. If we look at the immigration reform, the tax reform, the Second Amendment rights, we look really at trade reform, and we look at paying for the wall, along with some of what he's wanting to do for our vets. Those are predominantly conservative policies. The only thing that is questionable has been his health care reform policy. And, you also have the transgender thing. But the interesting thing about the transgender issue is that he has stated that he believes that issue should remain as a state right, although he personally believes that men can use the girls' restrooms. That's why I said boycott the Trump organization if you're going to do anything. But as long as he is believing that is a state's issue, then it's very concerning. But I can pull myself to vote for him, put it that way, okay? As long as he continues believing it's a state's issue, because then it doesn't really make much of a difference what he believes, if he supports it, favors it, or opposes it. Just as long as he believes it's a state's issue. That's a concerning thing. And there are a lot of concerns that I have with Donald Trump. I'm not going to lie. I pray and hope to God that he will do as he says, but it's his. He's made a lot of promises to a lot of people, to a lot of supporters, and I really do not believe that his supporters will stand beside of him if he gets in there and does what he says, and doesn't do what he says. Because if he ends up just completely turning his backs on his supporters, guess what? They're all going to leave because they voted for him to make a difference, and if he doesn't do that, then they're going to see it. They're not blind, okay? And that's what a lot of people just don't understand. They're not blind. They actually believe that this man can make America great again. And if he ends up completely making a mess of things, just like the present administration, then they are going to wake up and choose someone else. And that someone else, more than likely, would be Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz will run again. I mark my words, he will run again. And if Donald Trump ends up messing up this entire election, they're going to say, oh, hey, well, guess what? Ted Cruz was right. And they might very well primary Trump in a primary election or midterm election. Well, yeah, in a 2020. So there's a very good chance that Donald Trump could get the presidency. I honestly believe that he will win the presidency. But if he would end up turning his back on his supporters, which would be detrimental, political suicide, I think that they would choose somebody else in a midterm election. So that's just my personal opinion. It'd be like Pat Buchanan going against George Bush. So that's just my opinion on this entire thing. That's why I'm saying you have to pull yourself to vote for Trump. I don't care if it means that you are, feeling, oh, well, I'm voting for the lesser of two evils. I don't really care, okay? It's the thing that you need to be focused on primarily right now that's very important is the Supreme Court. That is one of the main things that you've got to look at, all right? It's concerning to see who Trump is going to pick. He said that he's going to be releasing some names that he will potentially choose to serve on the Supreme Court. I pray that they're conservatives, which I hope that they will be, and Sam Clovis said that they will be conservative, so I'll take him at his word for it. But you have to, just pray and ask God to give him the discernment, give him the ability to make the right decisions, and hopefully we'll be able to get conservative court justices on there. But that's one of the things that's imperative that we get in this election. And if anything, if you don't want to vote for Trump because of his policies, fine. Vote for him so we have at least a slim chance of getting the Supreme Court back. Because we will not get it back if we have Hillary Clinton in there. We will lose, period. Staying home is sacrificing the Supreme Court. And that's what every single hashtag Never Trump supporter has to understand. You are contributing to the destruction of the American Republic and contributing to judicial tyranny. And you are ensuring that we will have many, many, many more years of liberal justices. Now, while I understand it can be potentially a gamble with Trump, it's better than just not participating at all. Because at least you have a chance at taking back the Supreme Court. And I think that it could very well happen. And while the transgender issue has been very concerning to me, along with the healthcare issue, along with, potentially choosing Supreme Court justices, one thing that Trump has been consistent on is his opposition to same-sex marriage. He defended Miss California back in 2009 and stated then and there that as for him and his house, they believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. And so it's, he has been consistently in opposition to same-sex marriage, so he might appoint a Supreme Court justice that would interpret the Constitution as written, go according to the 10th Amendment, and give it to the states. So let's just hope for that. That is all that we have right now, is hoping that Donald Trump will be a good president. Because we know that Hillary Clinton will be a failure. At least we have a chance with Trump. And that is something that I have learned to accept since November. You can say that I've been supporting Trump all this time, but I just have known that he is going to be the nominee. I told you guys he was going to be the nominee. That I doubt Cruz is going to get it. I think it's going to be Trump. Mark my words, it's going to be. And then sure enough, where are we? We're at Trump. And guess what? They're not going to be using sound bites from this show, sharing that around. Hey, look, this you want to hear the truth? There's not going to be one Hillary Clinton supporter that is going to be sharing sound bites of this program talking about how horrible Donald Trump is, okay? Because I have done my best to abstain from doing that and also abstain from going after Cruz. But when they have been worthy of it, I have gone after them. I went after Trump for the cussing. I went after him for the transgender bathroom issue. I went after Ted Cruz for the drinking on television, which I believe was being a poor influence. And I also went after him for a lot of the deception in his campaign, which I have said also, if Ted Cruz ends up losing this election, it will be because of his poor staff. And then, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Caiden. And then guess what? He has to fire a whole bunch of his staff members. So, I mean, guys, it's really just, I tell you, people would save themselves so much of a headache if they would just listen to this show. Let me tell you. I mean, but we can't let Hillary Rotten Clinton get in there. That's the thing that you have to focus on. No Hillary. Like I said, hashtag never Hillary. Start it. Hashtag it. Never Hillary.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time. Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
J.P. Morgan is now holding a record 55 million ounces of silver. Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting another financial crisis, and over time, they're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. Silver is trading below its production costs and is predicted to double by 2020. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. If you find a better rate, they will easily match it just for you. Plus, their specialty is precious metals IRA rollovers for the ultimate in IRA security. Be one of the first 20 callers today to receive their free definitive gold guide, plus their exclusive A Sterling Time to Be Buying Silver report. They have an A-plus rating with a Better Business Bureau, so call the experts at Capital Gold Group now and see what investing in gold and silver can do for you. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Once again, that is 1-800-932-4108.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Great to have you with us. So, Trump is up by 12 points, by the way. And it's quite interesting. This is according to Breitbart News. But you have Donald Trump up 12 points in a recent swing, according to Reuters. Donald Trump's support has surged, and now he is running nearly even with Democrat Hillary Clinton among likely U.S. voters, a Democratic turnaround since he became the Republican Party's presumptive presidential nominee, according to a Reuters IPSOS, I believe so it's pronounced, or IPSOSO, or SOS, IPSOS. I don't know what that is. Poll released on Wednesday. I don't know what that is. Anyway, the results could signal a close fight between the two likely White House rivals, and this is as Americans make up their minds ahead of the November 8th election to succeed, succeed Democratic President Barack Insane Obama. Anyway, as recently as last week, Clinton led Trump around 13 points in the poll. In the most recent survey of likely voters supported Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner, and 40% backed Trump. So in the most recent survey, 41% of likely voters supported Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner, and 40% backed Trump. So they are, neck and neck right now in this entire race, which is, quite interesting, considering that we have been told for how long now, Hillary is just going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump. She doesn't have a chance. And then here we're finding out that Donald Trump and Hillary are pretty, close to going neck and neck on this entire thing. And it's, like I said, it's going to be an interesting race. It's probably going to be one of the dirtiest that we've ever seen, to be completely honest with you. So it's going to be a very interesting time to be a radio host. That's why we're going to have to get on more stations so we can start getting this stuff out here. But anyway, if you want the show on any stations, contact your local news or gospel station and tell them to get the program on. That's no. But anyway, that's what we have going on here. So the results reflect a big increase in support for Trump since he knocked out U.S. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Ohio Governor John Kasich last week to become the last Republican in the White House race. And that's according to Reuters.com. So that's what we have going on there. Trump and Hillary are neck and neck right now. Another thing that we have is Capito. Apparently something was said about how she could potentially be on Donald Trump's short list of VP picks. Let me look that up real quick. But anyway, according to West Virginia Metro News, you have, let me make sure this is right. Donald Trump is meeting with Capito, and this is was reported actually yesterday. But anyway, U.S. Senator Shelley Moore Capito from West Virginia, Republican, still isn't ready to endorse Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential nominee, even after his overwhelming victory in West Virginia on Tuesday night. Capito said on Wednesday's Metro News talk line she plans to meet with Trump on Capitol Hill Thursday and has several questions to ask him. But I read somewhere where Trump actually was considering her to be, a potential running mate. But from what we're hearing here, the big one that could very well be Donald Trump's running mate is Newt Gingrich. Now, wouldn't that be an interesting pair? Newt Gingrich and Donald Trump. According to Newsmax.com, Newt Gingrich tops Trump's VP list. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich is now the leading candidate to be tapped by Donald Trump as his running mate, a close confidant of Trump, tells Newsmax. On Tuesday, Trump told the AP that he is, has whittled down his choices to 5 or 6 names. I have a list of people that I would like, Trump revealed in his interview Tuesday. But the name that keeps cropping up as his favorite is Newt Gingrich, a Trump confidant tells Newsmax. Trump has tapped former presidential contender Ben Carson to help pick his running mate. Carson said Tuesday that he is stepping down from that post to focus on the Thursday meeting between Trump and House Speaker Paul Ryan. Trump also announced this week that New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will head his transition team. Trump is said to favor Gingrich for several reasons. First, Trump recognizes he is a Washington neophyte and sees in Gingrich someone who can school him in the legislative process and make nice with Capitol Hill. Trump admitted to the AP that he wants a running mate who can help him with legislation getting things through. As Speaker, Gingrich successfully got Bill Clinton to sign legislation abolishing welfare, while agreeing to budget constraints that led to the first balanced budgets in a generation. Trump has other reasons he is leaning toward Gingrich. He is said to personally like him. Rubio, Newsmax reported, has already been eliminated, though he lobbied through surrogates for the job. Right, after you attack Trump, you want the job. Rubio has denied doing so. Trump also finds Ohio Governor John Kasich kind of quirky, is what he referred to him as, and not being someone he resonates with, the confidant said. Trump is apparently disregarding the traditional approach of picking a running mate to provide geographic or ideological balance to his ticket. Instead, he wants someone he can live with for 8 years, the Trump source said. This concept of a simplecto scenario, I believe is how they pronounced it, while rare, occurred when the then Governor Bill Clinton of Arkansas turned to the then Senator Al Gore of nearby Tennessee to run with him in his successful 1992 presidential bid. So though Gingrich did not endorse Trump, the Fox News commentator was an early defender of Trump in the GOP primary. So that's what we have presently going on there. So you might want to look for Newt Gingrich potentially stepping back into the spotlight as, Trump's vice president, which would be, I think, a pretty interesting pick. Because when you think about it, Newt Gingrich was probably one of the best debaters in 2012. And that's just, my personal opinion. He was, very, very successful at tearing down the media. He was very successful at tearing down a lot of people that, came up against him. So if you take Newt Gingrich and you put him against whoever Hillary would pick for VP, he would do a very decent job, I think. And Newt Gingrich and Donald Trump would really, I personally believe, be unstoppable because both of them are, just fantastic debaters. And I think it would be a great team in order to, get the White House. So that's, personally what I think could very well happen here. And I'll tell you something else. Trump actually stated not long ago that he would consider Ted Cruz to serve on the Supreme Court. Now, what do you think about that? Now, I'm just going to tell you this. Normally, when politicians get their eyes set on the presidency, they are going to strive for that in the future. I mean, they just don't stop until they get it. And if they don't get it, eventually when they're old and worn out, then they, I'm not going to do it anymore. That's what happened with Ron Paul. But anyway, so that's, that's what could, take place there. But I do know one thing. Ted Cruz would make an excellent Supreme Court justice. Him and Mike Lee, I think, would do a pretty, outstanding job serving on there. Definitely, both of them are constitutionalists. They're both originalists. They're both very intelligent people, both brilliant conservatives. And they would make wonderful Supreme Court justices. But, that's who I would pick if I was serving as president. So that's what a Cowger administration would look like. But anyway. But, who knows, maybe Trump would consider Cruz for serving on the Supreme Court. He'd make a good one. And normally he knows where people, would do best at. And I think that Cruz would do very well serving in the Supreme Court. And I think that a lot of senatorial Republicans would also love to have Cruz in the Supreme Court because it is the one place where even moderates would love to have conservatives at. Because then they don't normally interfere with anything that they are, trying to take part in. Because it normally doesn't make it all the way up to that level. And when it does, it's, normally voted on the conservative option. So conservatives are great in the Supreme Court, according to moderates.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that teaches you how to invest money, how to prepare for your retirement, basically teaches you how to save money. And they are offering a free report right now that you can sign up for, 18 pages, absolutely free. You can get that by going to 25security.com. That is 25security.com. All you have to do is just type in your first name, last name, primary email, and they will send it right your way. That is 25security.com.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the youngest syndicated talk personality in the nation, according to Talkers Magazine. Caiden Cowger here, trying to give you some valuable insight on this upcoming election between Trump and Hillary Clinton. So anyway, what we have going on here is apparently Dana Lash has gotten herself into some trouble. Dana Lash, she's that lady that's on Fox News. Or excuse me, well, yeah, she's on Fox News, but she also is on The Blaze a lot. She's a Blaze, has a show on The Blaze TV, Glenn Beck's network, or The Blaze, whichever you want to refer to it as. But anyway, she goes on Fox News from time to time as a Fox News commentator from The Blaze, or Blaze. And she recently got in trouble for going after a CNN analyst named Kayleigh McEnany, I believe is how you pronounce it. And she called her, and I'm just going to tell you, it's bad stuff. Called her flat. I'll just tell you, flat-chested. Okay, and if you didn't, turn the radio by now and you got offended by that, then that's your fault because I gave a pause there. But anyway, that's what she did, and that was very low blow, but. Hey, that's what Dana Lash stated. But anyway, what this McKinney did that Dana Lash took offense to was that she stated that you cannot be a conservative and not support Donald Trump in this election because not voting for Trump is electing Hillary Clinton. Well, Dana Lash just absolutely exploded on her and started making all of these, insults directed her away, calling her that, what we just stated. Unfortunately, there's no other way to put it, but that's what she stated. And it ended up turning out that this lady that Dana Lash called that had to get something taken care of. And this is what happened. She is a BRCA1 positive. She had 8 aunts who had breast cancer. We're talking about this McKinney. And this is who Dana Lash went after. And McKinney began the process of getting a preventative mastectomy in her early 20s. And that's the lady that Dana Lash called that. So that is that's what the Blaze is resulting to right now. Now, guys, I'm sorry, but that is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, that is an inappropriate, highly inappropriate thing to state. And unfortunately, I had to, in order to just, get through the story, I have to, say what she stated. I don't know any other way to put it. But that is so absolutely disgusting to rather than sticking to the issues, Dana Lash decided to target her appearance. She made her out like she's just a smiling buffoon on Fox, or excuse me, on CNN, and started picking away at her appearance, started picking away at her looks, started picking away at her, just her smile, this and that, and it's like, seriously? You're that just rude. I mean, because that is exactly what it is. It is rudeness. And guys, I'm sorry, but these people are talking how, Donald Trump is absolutely destroying, the conservative movement or whatever. And I've got to tell you something about the conservative movement here in a second, but I really just don't see that. I mean, these people make themselves look bad, and then when they identify as being conservative, they make the conservative movement look bad. And that's just my personal opinion. And Dana, basically, and Dana knows who I am, by the way. Back when that incident was happening, that was unfortunate back in 2012, regarding the entire, homosexual controversy, where I stated my beliefs regarding same-sex marriage, and hammered Obama for supporting sodomy-based marriage. Dana Lash defended me. But then when she started considering everything that I had stated, she decided to abandon ship and wouldn't make any correspondence with me, wouldn't hear me out, wouldn't talk to me. And her husband, I messaged her husband on Facebook, and he ended up responding to me, and I told him to please thank his wife for supporting me or for her defense. And then he starts going on this big, long spiel of how there can be gay conservatives and how Go Proud is a great gay conservative, homosexual conservative organization. And I said, sorry, I mean, you cannot, it doesn't work that way. I mean, that's an oxymoron, gay conservative. I mean, Ronald Reagan said that you have to be socially conservative, along with being physically conservative, along with holding the beliefs in peace or strength. And when you are embracing homosexuality, you are you're not a conservative. You're rejecting social conservatism. You are 66.666666 repeating % conservative, and it does not work that way. So we got into it there a little bit, and he ended up unfriending me on Facebook, and just completely ignored me. All that kid's crazy. Just stay away from him. So that was my experience with Dana Lash, and then she makes remarks like this that are far beyond anything that I stated, and who cares? No, that kid's radical, but no, those remarks are perfectly okay. Yeah, because I go around and attack the people's appearance. No, I stick to the issues. And if Dana would have any maturity, she would have done the same along with her other, nut jobs over there at the Blaze. I mean, Glenn Beck is just as much guilty, if not more guilty, than Dana, because he does the same exact stuff. For gosh sakes, he rolled his face in Cheeto dust trying to demonstrate how orange Donald Trump is. I mean, that's just the type of absurdity that they're engaged in at the Blaze, and their company is going bankrupt. You have a bunch of people that are getting fired from the Blaze right now, and they could potentially be out very soon. It would not surprise me, to be honest with you, but they've been getting rid of a bunch of people at the Blaze. It's a failing network, very unprofessional quality. I mean, the Cowger network is more professional than them. You can get us on Roku for free, but it's something else. And this remark from Dana Lash is just been, beyond disgusting. I'm sorry, it's so beyond disgusting. You don't do that. You don't say that stuff about people, especially when you profess to be a follower of the faith. You don't make fun of people's appearance like that. I mean, that's perverted, to be honest with you. Oh, she's flat, what? Seriously? You're going to be that much? Are you seriously being a representative of Christ by doing that? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Are you seriously a representative of Christ? Because she said, "Oh, dear Jesus." And so you're calling out to Jesus, and then you demonstrate and start cussing along with your little insults there. You start just throwing those out there. And seriously, so you're going to profess to be a Christian. So that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. This is the thing that really has gotten to me. You have all of these people that now all of a sudden that have embraced sodomy-based marriage, that have embraced homosexuality, that have embraced all of these moderate issues, and they are now saying and claiming that Donald Trump is not conservative enough. These are the people that are not conservatives themselves saying that Donald Trump is not a conservative. Since when is Paul Ryan a conservative? He's a Washington rhino, Republican in name only. And then here I turn it on to Fox News. He's the most conservative guy that you can possibly fathom. CNN says the same thing. Yeah, this guy's a conservative. No, he's not. He's a rhino. But all of these moderates are getting lumped into this category as being conservatives, and Donald Trump is just on the other end as being this, complete outsider. I don't understand it, other than the establishment is rebranding themselves as conservative in order to take out Trump, who actually has quite a lot of conservative policy. So it really is just beyond me what is going on here, other than the establishment trying to do everything that they possibly can to take Trump out. Because when the establishment is against Trump, that's a pretty good indication that he is a threat, and he has something that they just do not like.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight. Somebody had to say it.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that teaches you how to invest money, how to prepare for your retirement, basically teaches you how to save money. And they are offering a free report right now that you can sign up for, 18 pages, absolutely free. You can get that by going to 25security.com. That is 25security.com. All you have to do is just type in your first name, last name, primary email, and they will send it right your way. That is 25security.com.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 25security.com. That's the number 25security.com. 25security.com. Go to 25security.com.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-824-9762. Again, 800-824-9762. That's 800-824-9762. 800-824-9762.
All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Bank on Yourself. Bank on Yourself is a company that basically teaches their clients how to invest money, how to prepare for their retirement, how to reduce their 401ks, basically how to manage your money wisely. And the president of the company is Pamela Yellen. She has investigated over 450 financial products and strategies in search for an alternative task and voluntary of traditional investments. She has appeared on every major TV and radio network, and her articles and interviews have appeared in thousands of publications and websites. And she is a New York Times bestseller on Bank on Yourself Revolution. Now, if you'd like to find out more, you can go to 25security.com. 25security.com. Once again, that is 25security.com. You know, running for the presidency is supposed to be about portraying yourself as the most professional candidate fit for the office.
Caiden Cowger.
So what does Hillary Clinton do?
Somebody had to say it.
She barks like a dog.
You know? Who let the dogs out? 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 You know?
Show notes and segments from today's show will be posted at CaidenCowgerProgram.com. If you're on Twitter, just follow Caiden Cowger at Caiden Cowger.
That would be the best decision of your life. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. It is great to have you with us. So, you know, guys, I tell you, this entire thing, I really simply just do not understand, why some people would consider just completely skipping over this election when it's, as important as it is. I mean, I'm an evangelical, all right? I am to the core, I am socially conservative. I am fiscally conservative. I'm sure some of you that have been listening to me for a long time wish that I could run for, national office. But it's very disappointing to me when I see all of these people that are now being categorized as being conservative when they're not, when they're simply not a conservative. Okay, that's a thing that really just gets to me. What you have to understand here, guys, is that since when has Paul Ryan been a conservative? Since when has, these other people that are out there that you have, come up with some other ones. John McCain, since when has he been a conservative? Since when has Lindsey Graham been a conservative? Since when has any of these guys been categorized as conservatives until in the recent, few months? It doesn't make any sense. Glenn Beck is not a conservative. He's a libertarian. He relaunched his network as being a libertarian news network. And all of a sudden, The Blaze is this great champion for conservatism. And Dana Lash and Glenn Beck and all of the others that are at The Blaze are these, fighters for the flame. You guys didn't even defend conservatism when it was under attack. And all of a sudden, you are trying to portray yourself as being this, purely conservative movement. But they didn't start doing it until they started pandering to Ted Cruz supporters because their ratings were in the dumps. And that's exactly what happened because Glenn Beck absolutely mutilated Cruz's campaign. Turned it into basically a way to spread Mormonism at a few of his events, was promoting the Book of Mormon at some of Ted Cruz's events, and was using it to validate the White Horse prophecy and all this other stuff. Craziness. Trying to use Ted Cruz to validate Mormonism. And Ted Cruz allowed that to happen. That is when Ted Cruz sincerely lost my vote, is when he allowed Glenn Beck to promote a cult at his campaign events. Because if you're a true Christian, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm just going to say it the way that it is, and I apologize if I offend anybody by this. Donald Trump has never allowed a cult to be promoted at his event, okay? Mormonism was in context. Prophecies were read at Ted Cruz events by Glenn Beck. And Cruz just started clapping it. That's what really ticked me off. And when you have a man in there that is going to compromise his faith, compromise his religious beliefs, and give in to Mormonism, while also, putting on the Christian hat, that really aggravated me. I supported Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee was a Baptist. He was, a good guy, good conservative. Didn't get it, unfortunately. But Ted Cruz really alienated a lot of people when he started compromising and doing, various stuff like that. Because it's not a place to promote a cult. A political event is not a place to promote Mormonism. When you are a true Christian, you are not going to allow a cult to be promoted at your event. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. If I was running for the presidency, I'm an evangelical. If I was running for the presidency, and there was some guy up there that happened to be a Mormon that was endorsing me, and then all of a sudden he would start advocating for Mormonism and start, say, oh, Mormonism is great. Here he's accomplishing the White Horse prophecy. I would have that guy yanked so fast off that stage, let me tell you. Because I'm not going to betray my God, not replace my God with the Mormon God. I'm not going to betray my God just to accommodate one state, okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to us tonight. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.